Greetings and salutations, you amazing hackers. It is your boy, the humble hacker from Chi-Town, Shy Ronin here, with a new series starting, Bug Bounty Beginner. I've been wanting to get into this for a while. I don't know squibbity bop about what I am doing, so I figured the best way for me to gain a better understanding of what I am doing is by doing it. So teaching myself by doing. What is it? Is that how this goes? Learn by learn by teaching or learn by doing. Either way, I'm doing both. All right, let's keep pushing. Now, the topics that I want to go over. This is for their manual recon process. So what I want to look at is I want to look at Google Dorks using tools as like Census, learning how to work around Crunchbase, VirusTotal, and Showdown. All right, now Google Dorks, or dweebs, whatever floats your boat. We can use these in order to filter out data from a target that we are looking into. So we specify our target by using the site. That's the target for our recon. In text would mean it would, or a search would look for any text on the certain page. In URL, look for words within the URL in our target. And file type. We can use this to determine what system that we're working on, if it's like a Windows IIS or if it's running like PHP, by specifying the file type as either ASPX or like PHP or something like that. So let's get into a quick demo on this one and see what all the hubbub's about here. So let's go ahead and use this. Let's pick Ford. Alright, so by using site and specifying the domain name, we're able to get all of the domains that are associated with Ford.com, and we can filter this by using a minus and a domain that we do not want to include, which helps us filter out what we don't want to look at and show us more domains to peek through. Okay, now what if I want to see what file type these things are running? Let's see if one of these, or which one of these, are running IIS. Ooh, cool. Okay, so we have some domains that are running IIS. If you see from the bottom here, I can't do that at the same time. As you see, we have a domain that is running IIS here. Now, what about PHP? Looks like we only got one. All right, so that kind of helps filter ourselves down a lot. So anything that we want to get in depth with is going to be Windows based. Once I get this freaking extension in here correctly. All right, cool. So let's keep it moving. I'm going over to our next slide. So what is next? Census. All right. So what is this tool, and what does it do? This is a website, obviously, that can dig into a company and discover assets or gather information on a target IP address, and contains a long list of search options. A long list of search options for more pinpoint accurate results. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say here. So let's take a peek at this. Let's look up a demo here. Let's look up the domain google.com here and see what all that we could dig out. Alright, so we have a large amount here on a ChinaNet backbone. Here's French Telecom, HiNet Datacom Business Group. Okay, so let's see what happens if we pick one. Okay, so this will filter out everything that's to here. So every result that we would get would match this autonomous system. Yes, I said autonomous. I use a little bit of an accent on that. Don't care. Alrighty. So what happens if we click one? What do we get? So we get a host summary from what is on this particular IP address, as well as geo info. Nice. Ooh, looks like we got some port work here, some port info, all right? SSH, okay. Okay, we have port 111 open, all right. And I'm learning this right along with y'all. I was able to put together this presentation, boom, bam, bip, and this is the first time I'm actually getting in the weeds with this stuff, which is dope. So this is now working on port 80. So how do we go? Okay, so let's go back and let's look at everything that's only running HTTP. All right, cool. So let's filter only that out. Okay, let's go to our first result. Okay, SSH port map 50. This is the same one that we freaking saw. Okay, so which one's got port 80 in it? Fool. Alright. I don't know if I picked the wrong one. Let's just go with Yahoo. See what the hell this one's got in it. Okay, let's filter HTTP right there. Alright, here we go. We got something with port 80 in it. Let's see what this gives us. Alright. And it has FTP in it? Okay, cool, cool. Alright, we have our GET request. Let's translate that. Or see if we can. No, we cannot. Alright, so this... Oh, yeah, and it's running in Nginx. Okay, cool. So this does tell us what it's running. This is actually pretty dope. Okay, so this is a good way of seeing what we can, like, mess with without really having to take any screenshots or nothing. Here's another thing that I wanted that I like using that I want to show as well is a tool called GeoPeeker. And let's see if this thing can give us a screenshot on what's on this particular IP here. Okay, so by searching the IP address, this is the response that we get. We just get this page. Looks like it's just like a caution window. So if we did go through that with our browser, then we would get this here. And this is also a cool way of seeing if something is legit or not. Also works like Aquatone too. I use this a lot for working in the SOC. If you guys have questions about like working in a SOC or whatever, like, feel free to hit me up. I'll definitely be glad to help and everything. It's pretty smooth and cool job and stuff like that. Love it. Let's look at some more stuff that Census can do here. Let's see what else it can do here. Okay, let's go back to here. Let's see what else that we can sift through. We can see what software vendors would port that, the amount that these are running on, what technology. So if we're good at a certain type of technology, which is Apache or Microsoft or Nginx, if we want to try to get do some firewall bypasses, and we have which ones have running Akamai, as well as other service software products. So this is pretty cool. This definitely like narrows down a good like target like area where if you're good at one of these things, then you can just be pinpoint accurate and say only show me what's this, and then go ahead and hit it up. I like that. I dig it. I dig it. Next tool is Crunchbase. Now, what is that? This is a tool to look into an organization from a more social perspective. So this includes the organization's people, their acquisitions, and other information about the company from an exterior perspective. So mainly everything like on the outside. So we see a store. We don't see in a store, but we can see it's connected to maybe like a small little strip mall or whatever. I'm referencing the bug hunters methodology by the awesome sauce Jason Haddix. That's where got his this cool little tip from. So let's go ahead and see what's up with the Crunchbase. All right. So here is what Crunchbase consists of. Now let's search a target. Let's try Yahoo. There's no singing this time, and get some more info about it. All right. So we have. Wait. Actually, let me just put it in there. There we go. So we have our organizations. We have people that may be associated with the organization and events. Let's just click just this organization link here. All right, now we can find cool things. So if it has like a broad search where it does include acquisitions, we can use this to see what other companies fall under here that we can also use to target. I have the free version, so this is pretty much going to be what anyone who has the free version will see. If people want to see more of that, you'll have to pay a yearly subscription, not a monthly subscription. So they charge it annually. So I would definitely worth investing in that. Because that definitely it levels the playing field because you will have more on a beginner than a normal person and stuff, regular beginner. So what's next here? VirusTotal. This is a dope tool to use. It's used to like check URLs, hashes, and files to detect like reports of malicious activity from multiple detection tools. Again, I work in the SOC. I use this tool a lot. It definitely helps out tremendously and gives like a lot of good information that I use for when I'm doing my investigations and whatnot. It can also be used to dig for subdomains related to a target. So here we can find subdomains as well as IP addresses related to the target, like a so. So here let's just simply go over to our URL and let's search. Let's run a regular search. Let's do that at yahoo.com again, right? And obviously, none of these have been like reported malicious by any of these virus definition vendors here. But in our details, we can get some more info about our subdomain itself, Yahoo. So we have like what IP address that it's under, right? And we have some of its header data, which is cool. Also, we have another tab. I believe. See, there is. Hang on. Whoops. There should be a relations tab, which is right here. I put the whole URL in there. It's supposed to just only be put just the domain, the main domain right here in the search field. Click on relations, and now we have a list of all the subdomains belonging to Yahoo, as well as the IP addresses that we could use with Nmap for port scanning. So we can just simply click on the tray dot there, and we see just like the list just keeps on coming. I'm sorry, I have a weird stutter. All right, so this is definitely like a great tool. If you want, if you don't want to use tools like AMAS or whichever, then we can just use this. If we see the IP address, we can immediately just like start with one of these and just get to the hacking. What else do we got here? Showdown. Alright, so this one is another cool tool. This is a search engine for internet connected devices. It gets into greater detail about them. I mean, like their services, OS versions, kind of like what Census has as far as what ports were used. But this can also give different type of like vulnerability information if it does have it. So let's check that one out here. Now we have two ways of searching, either with the main domain itself. Once this decides to pull up search here, you can either search by the main domain itself, or just simply go org. I have to get rid of that .com right there. Yep. Org. So this will give us everything that's related to the domain yahoo.com. It shows us what devices are running on what ports, which location that they're in, top organization names, their products using, and their OSs. So if I want to look at stuff that only has port 80 on it, and also as a dope bonus, this does have a list of filters, search filters that we can use. Once I find out where the hell they're at, there we go. These filters here. So if I want to only look for what has a status code of 200, I can simply use this. Specify to only show me results with status code 200, and see this 404 not found, 404, 404, 404, 403. Click on that search. Bam! Now all of them is 200s now. So we can simply go through each of these. Click on the arrow. This will pull the page up. If it can. So this is going to be related to this domain here. And then we can easily just start testing it out and going from there. Alright. So that's just about it, I think. I think this was a good first video. I hope. Thank you for going on this journey with me and forcing me to remind myself that I forgot to say to click the like, share, and subscribe button to stay updated on future content. So I'm gonna be building this out. So I'm gonna be going over and like reviewing new Recon techniques, stuff for content discovery, going over fuzzing, and then getting into the vulnerabilities, stuff like that with the VMs, like for labs or actual rooms. So alright, cool, that was fun. I dig it. Thank you again. I'm Sharonan and I am out.